The sky above the battlefield was filled with smoke and ash. The war between humans and the insectoid Varnick had left the ground cracked and littered with debris. Alex Carter, a young human soldier in his late 20s, moved carefully through the ruins of what used to be a research outpost. His uniform was torn and his arm was wrapped in a bloody bandage, but he kept going. He had a job to do. Find any survivors. Alex had seen too much in the last few months. The Varnick attacked without warning, leaving destruction behind. The humans fought back with everything they had, but the war was long and hard. This mission was supposed to be simple: investigate a fallen outpost. But now, nothing felt simple. As he walked through a broken hallway, he heard something, a soft cry. It was not human. Alex stopped and raised his weapon, heart pounding. He followed the sound into a collapsed lab. There, behind a fallen wall and shattered equipment, was a strange figure. It was a girl. Not human, but not Varnick either. Her skin was light blue, and her hair shimmered like silver threads. She wore a torn uniform, unlike anything he had seen before. She was bleeding, her breathing shallow. Her large eyes opened weakly when she saw him. Alex lowered his weapon and stepped closer. "Can you understand me?" he asked. The girl nodded slightly. Her voice was weak. "Help. Please. He dropped to his knees beside her. "You're hurt bad. I need to stop the bleeding." She shook her head. "Blood. Not enough. She struggled to speak, then passed out. Alex opened his med kit. He had bandages, tools, and a portable scanner. The scanner showed her blood pressure was dropping fast. He couldn't understand the alien language on her gear, but the signs were clear. She would die in minutes without help. Alex had no idea what species she was or if their biology matched, but he had seen her eyes. She was scared, alone. She needed help, and there was no time. He looked at the transfusion port on her arm. It was similar to human ports. It was a risk, but he didn't care. He connected a line from his arm to hers. The needle stung as it pierced his skin, and he watched his blood slowly move into her. At first, nothing happened. He checked the scanner again. Her heartbeat was still weak, but it had stopped falling. Then slowly the color in her cheeks returned. Her breathing became smoother. He let out a sigh of relief. "Hang in there," he whispered. Minutes passed. Then her eyes opened again. She looked at him with a strange expression, full of wonder and confusion. "You gave ... your blood ... why?" she asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Alex sat back, feeling dizzy. "Because you were dying. I couldn't just walk away." She tried to sit up but winced. "You are ... human." He nodded. "Alex Carter, Private, Earth Defense Corps. I am Alia." "Of Zelaria," she said. "You should not have survived the transfer." "But you did." He shrugged. "Guess I got lucky. Or maybe you're the lucky one." Alia smiled faintly. "Both, maybe." Alex helped her sit up slowly. Her strength was returning, and he felt a strange warmth in his chest. Something about her made him feel calm, even in the middle of this war zone. "I need to get you out of here," he said. "Can you walk?" She nodded. "I will try." He supported her with one arm, and they made their way through the ruins. Outside, the wind had picked up, and dust blew in waves across the broken land. The sun was setting, casting a red glow over the battlefield. As they walked, Alia leaned on him more. "You saved me," she whispered. "Yeah, but let's not make it a habit," he said with a small grin. She smiled again, and they kept moving. At the edge of the outpost, Alex sent a signal to his base. A few minutes later, a small medical ship arrived. The medics were shocked to see the alien girl with him, but they followed orders and took both aboard. As the ship lifted off, Alex leaned back in his seat, closing his eyes. He had saved someone today, someone different, someone important. Alia watched him quietly, a thoughtful look on her face. She placed her hand gently over the spot where his blood now flowed through her. Neither of them knew it yet, but this moment would change everything for both of their worlds. Alia sat on the medical bed, watching the humans around her. The ship was quiet now, flying through space toward a human base. She felt weak, but better than before. Her body still tingled from the strange blood inside her. Human blood? His blood. Alex Carter sat nearby drinking water. His face was pale, and he looked tired, but he was alive. She stared at him for a long time. He had saved her life. A stranger from another world. You should rest, Alex said. His voice was gentle, but he looked worried. I will, she replied. But I want to understand. Why did you do it? Alex looked at her, confused. Because you needed help. That's what we do. We help people. Alia tilted her head. Even strangers from unknown species? Yeah, he said. At least I do. She smiled softly. Then you are different. When the ship landed, humans rushed to help them. Doctors came to check her. Scientists asked questions. Soldiers watched with careful eyes. Alia answered what she could, but she kept thinking about Alex. The human doctor said her body had accepted his blood. It was rare, maybe impossible, but it had worked. Somehow, her body had changed. She was healing faster now. She was stronger too. No one understood why. A few days passed. Alia stayed in the base's medical wing. She learned more about the humans, their language, their food, their ways. They treated her kindly but kept her under watch. She was the first Zilarian they had met. Alex visited her every day. He brought food, told stories, and asked questions about her people. Alia liked listening to him. He was simple but honest, strong but not proud. She felt safe. When he was near, one day Alia asked, "Do you miss your home?" Alex looked at the sky through the window. Yeah, I miss Earth. I miss trees, lakes, and quiet nights. But the first join the Corps to protect people. That's more important. Alia thought about her home too. Zelaria was beautiful, full of glowing forests and silver rivers. She missed it more than she could say. You risked your life to save me, she said. I owe you something. Alex shook his head. You don't owe me anything. But I want to give you something, she said. Something my people believe in. When someone saves your life, you share a bond, a deep one. Alex looked confused. What kind of bond? A life bond, she said. A promise of loyalty, friendship, trust, sometimes more. He rubbed the back of his neck. That sounds ... serious. It is, she said. But I want to give it to you. Alex didn't know what to say. No one had ever said something like that to him. He looked at her, saw the honesty in her eyes, and nodded slowly. Okay, if that's your way of saying thanks, I accept. Alia smiled. It was the first full smile he had seen from her. It made him smile too. Later that night, she asked to lead the medical wing. She wanted to see more of the human base. The commander agreed, but only with Alex as her escort. Alia didn't mind. She liked having him close. They walked through the halls together. Soldiers stared, but no one said anything. Alia was calm. She asked about everything she saw: machines, weapons, maps. Alex explained patiently. Humans are so different, she said. You think we're strange? Strange, yes, she said with a grin. But brave, curious kind. They reached the base's observation deck. Stars filled the sky beyond the glass. Alia looked out, her face glowing in the soft light. I thought I would die on that planet, she said quietly. I had no hope. Then you came. Alex stood beside her. I'm glad I found you. She looked at him. Your blood changed me. Not just my body. My heart, too. He blushed slightly. You're not so bad yourself. They stood together in silence. Two people from different worlds, watching the stars. Neither of them knew what would come next, but they both felt that something had started. Something new. Alia reached out, and gently took his hand. Alex didn't pull away. "We are bonded now," she said. He nodded. "Yeah, I guess we are." And for the first time since the war began, they both felt a little less alone. Alex stood near the landing bay, watching the large ship prepare for launch. The ship was not human-made. Its shape was smooth and curved, glowing with soft blue lights. It looked more like a living creature than a machine. It was a Zalorian ship, and it had come to take Alia home. Alia stood beside him. She was wearing a long silver robe with glowing patterns on it. Her wounds had healed, and her skin was brighter now. She looked strong again, strong and calm. But her eyes kept looking at Alex. "Are you sure you want to come?" she asked. Alex nodded. "You asked me to. I said yes. It's a long trip," she said. "And my people may not welcome you at first. That's okay," he said. "I want to see your world. I want to understand." The human base commander had agreed to let Alex go. It was a peaceful mission, and the chance to learn more about the Zalorians was important. But Alex wasn't going just for duty. He was going because of Alia. The ship rose into space and left Earth behind. Inside, the halls were quiet, with smooth walls and soft lights. The air smelled like flowers. The Zalorians who met Alex on the ship looked at him with curiosity, but said little. Alia stayed close to him. She showed him her language, her music, and her people's history. She explained how her people once lived in peace, but were forced into hiding by war. Their world, Zalaria, was still recovering. "My people value harmony," she said, "but not all understand the need for change." After days in space, the ship entered Zalarian space. The view from the window took Alex's breath away. The planet below was silver and green, covered in forests that glowed softly in the dark. Rivers shimmered like glass. Floating cities hovered above the surface. The ship landed on a large platform in one of the floating cities. A group of Zalarians waited there. Some looked serious. Others looked surprised. A tall elder with long white hair stepped forward. "This is the human?" he asked. Alia bowed her head. "Yes, this is Alex Carter. He saved my life." The elder looked at Alex. "Then we owe you much. But you are not one of us." Alex stood straight. "I don't want anything. I just want to learn and understand." The elder studied him for a moment, then nodded. "You may stay for now." Over the next days, Alex explored the city. It was quiet and clean. The buildings moved slightly, like they were alive. Music played in the air. People floated on small platforms from place to place. The Zalorians watched him with interest, but kept their distance. Alia introduced him to her family. Her mother was kind, her father careful. They spoke in soft tones, but seemed pleased that she was safe. Her little brother was curious about Earth and asked many questions. Alex shared meals with them. The food was light and sweet, made from glowing fruits and soft plants. He was surprised by how good it tasted. Alia spent every day with him. She taught him more words, more songs, more ways. He felt like a student again, learning something new every moment. But more than that, he felt closer to her. One evening, they sat near a silver pool. The water reflected the stars. Alia looked at the sky. "You changed my life," she said, "and maybe the future of our people." Alex smiled. "I just gave some blood." "It was more than that," she said. "It was a gift of trust." She reached out and touched his hand. He didn't pull away. "Some Zalarians are afraid," she said. "They think humans are dangerous. Some humans think the same about aliens," Alex replied. "But we are not enemies," she said. "You and I are proof." That night, the Zalarian elders held a meeting. Alia spoke to them. She told them how Alex saved her, how his blood gave her life. She told them about the bond they shared. Some elders were still unsure, but others began to nod. One elder stood. "If the human risked his life to save ours, he is no enemy," He is a friend. Alia turned to Alex and smiled. They accept you. You are welcome. Alex felt a weight lift from his shoulders. He was not just a visitor anymore. He was part of something new. And deep inside, he knew that his journey had only just begun. Alex walked through the Zilarian city more often now. The people had started to greet him, some with polite nods, others with warm smiles. He was learning their customs, their language, and their way of life. He felt more at home each day, especially with Alia by his side. But not everyone was happy. Whispers moved through the streets. Some Zilarians still did not trust humans. They saw Alex as a risk, a sign that the world was changing too fast. One day, as Alex walked alone near a market, he overheard two men talking. He should not be here, one said. He is a danger. He changed Alia. Who knows what else he will change? Said the other. Alex said nothing. He walked away quietly. He understood fear, but it still hurt. Later that night, he told Alia what he heard. There are always those who fear change, she said. But not all change is bad. I just don't want to cause trouble, Alex said. Alia took his hand. You didn't. You saved me. You gave me a future. They will see that in time. Still, the tension in the air was growing. Some groups in the city began to speak out against contact with Earth. They believed Zilaria should stay hidden, quiet, alone. At the same time, humans had detected strange signals in the area. Ships from the Varnak had been spotted again. The Varnak were not done with their war. They were regrouping. The Zilarian Council met to talk about it. Alex was invited to attend. He sat beside Alia in a large round hall filled with soft light. The Varnak are close, said one elder. They know about us. We can't hide forever. Another elder spoke. We need help. The humans have weapons, ships. They can fight. And what if they turn on us later? Someone else asked. The room fell silent. Alia stood. The human who gave me his blood is not a threat. He is proof that we can trust, that we can grow stronger together. Alex stood slowly. I didn't come here to start a war, but if the Varnak come, I will fight. I will protect Alia. I will protect all of you. Some nodded. Some looked unsure, but no one spoke against him. Decision was made. Zilaria would contact Earth for help. That night, Alia and Alex sat by the silver pool again. The stars above were bright and clear. Things are changing fast, Alex said. Yes, Alia said, but I'm glad you are here. I feel stronger with you. Alex smiled. I feel the same. Suddenly, an alarm echoed through the city. Red lights flashed in the sky. Ships were approaching. Fast. The Varnak, Alia said, standing quickly. They're here. Alex ran with her too. The command center. Screens showed the Varnak ships entering orbit. Fighters launched from the Zilarian defense rings, but they were few. Zilaria had peace, not war, for many years. Alex stepped forward. Let me help. I know how they fight. The council agreed. They gave him control of a small human-style ship they had built using old tech from Earth. Alia joined him, sitting beside him in the co-pilot seat. You don't have to come, Alex said. I do, she replied. We're bonded. We face danger together. They launched into the sky. The stars rushed past them. Varnak ships came into view sharp, black, and fast. Alex led the charge, using Earth combat moves and Zilarian speed. Alia guided him through their sky path. They moved as one, fast, precise. Strong. Together, they disabled the first wave. The rest of the Zilarian ships followed their lead. The battle raged for hours, but in the end, the Varnak were forced to retreat. When Alex and Alia landed, the people cheered. They ran to them, thanking them. Even those who once doubted Alex now bowed in respect. The elders spoke again. You were right, Alia. The bond between your hearts is strong. It saved us. Alex looked at Alia, who smiled with pride. They had fought not just for survival, but for trust, for unity. For something more than blood, they had become a symbol, a new hope for two worlds. The city of Zelaria was quiet again, but the sky still showed signs of the battle. Pieces of broken ships floated in orbit, shining like falling stars. The people had survived, but everyone knew it was not the end. The Varnick will return. Alex sat beside Alia in the healing garden. The wind moved through the silver leaves, and the air smelled like soft flowers. Alia leaned her head on his shoulder. She was tired but calm. "You were brave," she said. "So were you," Alex replied. "I couldn't have done it without you." They sat in silence for a while. Around them, healers moved slowly, caring for the wounded. Songs of peace played in the air, but fear still lingered in many hearts. The elders called a new meeting. This time, the mood was different, more serious. The Varnick had learned of Zelaria's power. Next time, they would come in full force. "We need to prepare," said the first elder. "We need strong allies," Alia stood. "We need to contact Earth. Let us ask them for help. Not just weapons, but ideas, strategies, unity." The elders agreed. A message was sent to Earth. Days later, a human ship arrived. It brought supplies, defense experts, and news. The Earth Defense Corps had agreed to help protect Zelaria. Alex met with the new human team. He helped them understand Zelarian ways. He also helped the Zelarians understand Earth technology. He became the bridge between two worlds. Together, they built new shields, stronger weapons, and better scanners. Zelaria changed. It was still peaceful, still full of light and music, but now it had a watchful eye on the stars. One evening, Alia and Alex walked along the sky path above the trees. They looked at the stars together. "Do you think peace will last?" Alia asked. Alex sighed. "Peace never stays forever. But if we work together, we can protect it." She held his hand. "Then we will." The next day, the warning came. Varnick ships had entered the edge of Zelarian space. Hundreds of them. This was not a raid. It was an invasion. The city went into full alert. People moved quickly, but calmly. Fighters took to the air. Human ships joined them. Alex put on his pilot gear. Alia did the same. "Are you ready?" she asked. "Always," he said. They flew out together, side by side. In space, the battle had already begun. Zelarian ships moved like birds. Human ships flew with power and speed. The Varnick came hard, but this time, Zelaria was ready. Alex led a group of fighters toward the enemy's main ship. Alia controlled the weapons. They moved like they were one. He dodged blasts. She fired with precision. Together, they took down two Varnick destroyers. The sky was full of lights and fire. Ships exploded. Others spun out of control. Alex shouted orders to other pilots. Alia read the enemy's patterns. "They're focusing on the city's shield," she said. "Then we stopped them," Alex said. They flew low, drawing fire away from the shield. Other ships joined them. The battle raged for hours. Slowly, the Varnick began to retreat. Alex saw the last enemy ship trying to escape. He chased it, his ship damaged, but still fast. He fired one final shot. The ship exploded in a burst of red and gold. Cheers echoed through the channels. Zelaria had won. Back on the ground, people cried and hugged. Lights filled the city. Songs of joy rose into the air. Alia and Alex landed safely. As they stepped out, a crowd surrounded them. Elders, soldiers, families all thanking them. An elder raised his hands. "Today we are one people. Human and Zelarian. We fought side by side. We won side by side." Alia looked at Alex. Her eyes were full of pride and emotion. "You gave me your blood once," she said. "Now, together, we gave our strength." Alex smiled. "We make a good team." That night, under the silver trees, a new ceremony took place. It was not a Zelarian tradition or a human one. It was something new. They called it the Bond of Stars. People from both worlds came. They placed lights in the sky. They sang together. Alia and Alex stood before everyone. Let this bomb be the beginning of something greater, said the elder, and as the lights floated into the sky, Alex knew this was more than peace. It was unity, and it had only just begun. The days after the great battle were peaceful. Zelaria was safer now, and both humans and Zelarians worked side by side to repair the damage. The city was full of life again. Songs drifted on the wind, and children played in the shining parks. People smiled at each other, no matter what world they called home. Alex and Alia became known as heroes. But they did not feel like heroes. They felt lucky. Lucky to be alive. Lucky to have each other. Alex helped rebuild the defense systems. He worked with human engineers and Zelarian builders. Sometimes they laughed about how different their tools were, but everyone learned something new each day. Alia worked with the healers. She showed them new ways to use the plants and crystals of Zelaria to help both human and Zelarian bodies heal faster. People came to her for advice and comfort. She listened to their stories and gave hope. One evening, the city held a great festival. Lights floated high in the air, music filled the streets. Food from both worlds was shared, and people danced together under the silver sky. For the first time, there was true happiness in the city. Alia and Alex stood together in the crowd. Alia wore a new robe made of shining fabric, decorated with both Earth and Zelarian symbols. Alex wore his Earth Defense Corps jacket, but now it was patched with a glowing badge from Zelaria. They watched as the elders stepped onto a platform. The oldest elder spoke to everyone. This is a new beginning for us all. We were once afraid. Now we are family. We share the same sky. We share the same hope. People cheered. Some even cried with joy. After the speeches, Alia took Alex's hand. Walk with me, she said. They walked to the edge of the city, where the lights faded and the sky seemed bigger. They sat by the silver pool, the same place where so much had started. Do you ever think about Earth? Alia asked softly. Alex nodded. I do. Sometimes I miss it. The green forest, the blue oceans. But here with you, I feel like I have a new home. Alia smiled. I feel the same. You showed me kindness when I was lost. You gave me your blood and then your heart. Alex blushed and laughed. You saved me. Too. More than once. They looked at the stars. Above them, new ships moved peacefully between Earth and Zelaria. The two worlds were connected now. People traveled for work, for study, and for friendship. Alia leaned against him. What will you do now? Alex thought for a moment. I think I want to stay here. Help build something new. Something better. If you'll have me. Alia reached out and held his hand tightly. I would like that. Very much. Time passed and seasons changed. Alex and Alia became leaders of a new program to bring humans and Zelarians together. They started schools where children from both worlds learned side by side. They built new gardens, new halls, and new traditions. Every year, they celebrated the bond of stars. More people joined. More stories were shared. Peace was not always easy, but they worked hard for it, and it grew stronger every day. One day, Alia stood in front of a new group of students. She told them the story of a human who gave his blood to save her. She told them how that simple act started a bond that changed two worlds. No matter how different you are, she told them, you can always find a way to understand and care for each other. That is how peace begins. Alex watched from the back of the room. He felt proud. He knew the future would not be perfect. There would be hard times. But he also knew that together, they could face anything. As the sun set over the glowing city, Alex and Alia stood together once more. They held hands, looking at the world they had helped create. For both of them, this was the true reward. Not just the peace or the love, but the knowledge that even the smallest act of kindness could change the stars themselves. And as the lights of the festival danced in the sky, Alex whispered, "Thank you, Alia, for everything." She smiled. "Thank you, Alex, for saving me and for saving us all." The future was bright. Their journey had brought two worlds together, and it was only the beginning. Alex woke up to the soft sound of music. It was morning on Zelaria, though the sky was always a little silver. He stretched and sat up on the bed in the guest room. The walls of his room slowly shifted colors like waves. It still amazed him how alive everything felt on this planet. Alia entered the room with a small tray of breakfast. She smiled. "Good morning, Alex. Did you sleep well? Better than I have in months," he said. "Thanks." The food looked like glowing fruit and soft bread made from plants. It tasted light and sweet, just like everything else here. "Today is special," Alia said after a few moments. Alex looked up. "Why?" "It is the day of gifts, a Zelarian tradition. We give something meaningful to someone we are bonded with." Alex blinked. "You mean me?" Alia nodded. "You gave me your blood. That gift saved my life. Now I must give something to you." He set the fruit down. "You don't have to give me anything." "I want to," she said. "It is our way." Later that day, Alia led him through the city. They walked across floating bridges and under glowing trees. Small creatures flew overhead, their wings humming softly. People bowed their heads as they passed. Alia brought him to a tall, crystal-like tower. Inside, the light was soft and blue. There were carvings on the walls, telling old stories. She walked to the center of the room, then turned to face him. "Long ago," she said, "our people learned that life is not about power or fear. It is about giving trust, giving time, giving love." Alex stood quietly, listening. "You gave me your blood," she said. "Now I give you something rare, my heart bond." He blinked. "What's a heart bond?" "It is a deep connection, not just friendship. It means I will always care for you, always trust you." "It is a promise." Alex looked into her eyes. "Are you sure?" She stepped closer. "Yes. Are you afraid?" He laughed a little, "but I trust you." She smiled, then placed her hand over his heart. He did the same. A soft light grew between them. It felt warm and gentle. It didn't hurt. It felt right. When it was done, the light faded. But something had changed. Alex felt it deep inside. A peace. A bond. They left the tower together. Alia looked happier, lighter. "Now we are truly bonded," she said. "You are part of my life now." Alex nodded. "And you're part of mine." That night, the city held a small celebration. It wasn't loud like Earth parties. It was calm and peaceful. Music filled the air. People danced slowly. Lights floated above their heads. Alia wore a new robe, this one glowing with soft red lines. She stood beside Alex as others came to greet him. Some offered small gifts. Others just gave kind words. The elders nodded with quiet approval. One older woman said, "Few humans would risk so much for one of us. You are different." Alex felt a little shy but smiled. "I didn't do it for a reward. That's why it matters more," she said as the night went on. Alia and Alex walked through the city. The lights of the trees made soft shadows. They didn't speak much. They didn't need to. Alex finally said, "I didn't think coming here would change me, but it has." Alia looked at him. "You changed me first." He reached for her hand, and she took it. They stood under a tree with silver leaves. The stars above them twinkled, and the soft wind carried the sound of music. In that moment, they were not soldier and alien, not human and Zelarian, just two people connected by something strong and rare. And both knew this was only the beginning.